Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is the video before the epic SP video because that's going to take me a while to shoot, and I'm going to set aside some time tomorrow to do that and to include all of the questions that you guys have asked. Hopefully I don't miss anything. I'm going to break it down into chapters so it'll be easier for you to pick out things that you're more interested in. If you don't want to watch the whole thing. Okay, but here, this video, who you are is who you say you are. Who you believe yourself to be is who you constantly tell yourself that you are. So you have built your own character. Just imagine that you are a character in a book. You have built that character over things that people have said to you in the past, experiences that you've had throughout life that are the building blocks that the building blocks that have made you this character here today that thinks you are a certain way, thinks you tells yourself on a daily basis, even if it's on a subconscious level, that you are this person. So you might say that you're not a confident person. I'm not confident, okay? So you remind yourself on the odd occasion, I'm not confident, especially if you've got to go into a situation that you're feeling really like, ooh, it's really out of your comfort zone, and then you remind yourself, but because I'm not a confident person. Or if you're not good with money, you don't manage your money very well, so you tell yourself a lot, I don't manage money, and then maybe you talk to people about the fact that you can't manage money very well. So that again is part of your character that you've created, but equally you can change that character. And I know that because I've done it myself. I've gone from having no confidence, like really, I'm very good at pretending to have confidence but not feeling it at all, to having a stack of it and just feeling completely differently about myself based on that. That was the biggest thing that I changed. I used to say I'm a very reactive person, and I was a very reactive person. So I would say that, and then a situation would arise and I would react to it in the moment without thinking about it. And then I'd go back to it about an hour or so later and think, why did I say that? Why did I react like that? Because now I wouldn't do that. So I decided that that was something that really needed to be changed. And I knew that I couldn't change it by keep telling myself that I was a reactive person, because I was solidifying that fact. And of course I would keep being reactive. I'd keep being given situations that would make me have to react in the moment. I would be triggered and I would react to it. So I needed to change that. In order to change that, I had to tell myself, you are capable of not reacting. You are absolutely capable of being different at this, because it was impacting my life. Like, it wasn't going on all of the time, but when it did, it impacted me on quite a deep level, and the person that I had reacted to in that moment, it did as well. So I didn't want that anymore. It was detrimental to me. So I had to decide, no, I'm not a reactive person. I'm reactive because I keep telling myself I'm reactive. I am not. So I started off by saying, I am capable of changing this. That's the first thing I said. I know that I can change this. I know that I am solidifying this by telling myself that this is what I am. So that was the main point for me, I guess. Again, the confidence thing, I kind of felt it more than said it to myself, and I thought, no, I am capable of improving my confidence levels, even if I just improve them by 50%. I want to be able to walk into a room and actually feel confident rather than just pretend to be so that everybody thinks I'm confident. You know, I don't want to be faking it all of the time. I want to absolutely feel it. So the first thing you have to do is decide to yourself, you have created this character. You are a creation of your own making. You are the creator of you, and you can equally create yourself to be something different. But you have to decide, what do I want to change? What is there about myself that actually isn't that bad? When I look at it, some positives have arisen from it. Let's not bother with that, because actually I'm just seeing that as negative, when actually a lot of positive stuff has happened from that part of my character. But what are the things that are impacting me, impacting how my life is showing up to me? Those are the things I want to change. I want to create a character with these character traits that I do like, I do admire in other people. And I always admire confidence in other people. I just love it. I always have done. I've never felt like, oh, I wish I was like that. Really, I've just thought I really admire that quality, just to be really confident, that just to say what you want and just have that air of confidence. I've always really, really admired that. So I knew that that's what I wanted. I still get nervous about things. Obviously, I don't think confidence means you don't get nervous about things. I still get nervous about certain situations and the unknown, but I'm confident enough to put myself out there and think, no, I've got this as much as anybody else has. I have got this. So the reactive thing took me 6 months to stop, and I don't have it at all anymore. I just don't. I'm thinking about this before I shot this video, and I thought, is there any part of me that's reactive now? And I thought, no, I just take time to think about things now. And actually what's happened is, over time, when I've told myself, no, this is just what you're telling yourself, it's not a true story. And it was how I've been all of my life. So it wasn't like I'd just been suffering with it for a while. I'd always been like it. And I just decided I wasn't going to be that character anymore. I am non-reactive now. I am a non-reactive person. I created that new character. So a confident person. The confidence thing took me a bit longer. But the reactive thing was about 6 months, but it got much better when I just decided, no, I am not a reactive person. I am a non-reactive person. I will not react to things. And I started by giving myself a half an hour safety net. So if I got an email or a message from somebody that I wanted to react in a certain way, I go, no, hang on a minute, give it half an hour. And if you still feel the same way in half an hour, then that's not reactive, that's what you want to say. So I would do that. And 50% of the time I didn't make that comment or didn't say what I felt like saying, because I'd taken that safety net. And so that really, really helped me change that over time. And then, of course, you're having a conversation with somebody, aren't you, on the phone or face to face. And so you've got that reactive thing going on there. But that just got better naturally. And I just don't even, things just wash over me now that wouldn't have washed over me before. I just think, oh, well. And if it's somebody, if it's something somebody else has said, and they've got funny about something that maybe I've said or whatever, I just go, that's not my problem to solve. I don't say it to their face, but I just think to myself, it's not my problem to solve, because I haven't done anything wrong, so that's your problem to solve inwardly. And then these things just dissolve and sort themselves out. I mean, do you know what? It doesn't happen often, does it? My life is pretty calm majority of the time, especially now I'm not reactive. It's extremely calm. I just see things that other people get offended by and stuff as their problem now and not mine, whereas I used to see it as my problem to solve. And now I don't. So that's a massive change. So who do you want to identify as? Create that character. Write down all of the things that you want to be, not all of the things that you don't want to be anymore. I mean, I decided that in a moment, I don't want that anymore. So what do I want to be? That's what I want to be, and that's what I'm going to focus on. Stop focusing on what you want to get rid of, because then you keep referring back to that character and you keep identifying as that character, still trying to get out of it. No, we're only going to focus on what we do want. So with me, with the reactive thing, I had to formulate a plan, and my plan was the half an hour safety net, and that really, really worked for me. And telling myself, you are capable of being a non-reactive person. Of course you are. Don't know why you're it. I don't know. I think I get it from my mum. So it's just inherited, I guess. So I just decided, no, I wasn't going to do that. The confidence thing, I used a lot of different affirmations, not the same ones. I used to just say things to myself, I guess, over and over and over. If I was doing that now, I'd use Neville Goddard's SATS technique, and I'd just do it a few minutes before I went to bed. I wouldn't bother with the amount of times that I was doing it before, but then I didn't know about it, so I would just talk to myself. And every time I had a negative thought about, which would kind of lead me into that sort of, I was feeling non-confident, I would turn it around and go, no, this is not you. This is not you. This is you, or this is going to be you. You don't have to say, I am. Do you know what I would say? I would love to be sometimes, because that is putting that energy out. That's what I would love to happen. I want to be. Sometimes I would use I am, or I love being. I would swap it around all of the time. Only say what feels comfortable to you. So on any given day, I can say something, and the next day I can say something different, because I don't feel it on that day as I said it the day before. And I still use affirmations to this day. Things like, I look and feel amazing. I love that one. But then I might go days and not say it. And then I might, I haven't said that for a while. I'll go back to saying it. It depends how I feel in the moment. And that's what I would advise you to do. Just go with your intuitive response to life. If you don't feel like doing something, don't do it. And if you do feel like doing it, do it. Affirmations are always best said when you really feel like doing them. As you know, I'm not a massive one for affirming for something I want, and that is just me, because it just causes resistance within me. And I do hear coaches say that that's ridiculous, that you would feel resistance. Why not just say the words? Well, that's great for you, but it doesn't work for everyone, and it's never really worked for me. If I start affirming for something in particular, just to experiment with it, I'm good for like a week or so, and then I just kind of stop doing it because it doesn't feel right. So it's just not my way. I like talking to my subconscious. Like I said, I do that every single day. I want this, please sort this out for me, please sort that out for me. And that's all that I need to do. So why would I then affirm for something that I could just ask for? It just seems like hard work to me and I don't want to do it. Again, but the talking to the subconscious thing is something that you build over time and you just get better and better and better at it. And when I say better at it, what I mean is you feel really calm when you do it. And you think, oh, well, I've done what I can do and I don't need to do anything else. I've got clarity on what I want. And so you can do that with this too. So talk to your subconscious and go, I am a confident person. I am determined to be a confident person. Help me become a confident person. I'm just picking that because I use that. So I did start with intention, but probably not as much as I would do now. Again, I didn't know what I know now. So please help me stop being reactive. Find me a way to stop being reactive. I reckon I would have cut that down to a couple of months if I'd have done what I do now back then. But again, I didn't know about it. I didn't know about talking to the subconscious. It wasn't a thing that I did. I don't know where it came from. I know it's like Esther Hicks, ask and it is given, or is that Neville? I know that's what it is. But I used to think, oh, that's asking God or asking the universe, and I don't want to ask for anything. But when I realised I'm just asking myself, that part of me that makes the magic happen, it completely turned around for me and I felt comfortable saying it. So that's what I would do. So whatever it is that you want to be, set that intention, decide that it's just what you are now is a character that you've created. You are going to create another character of you, a clone of you, an upgraded version. And you can be whatever you want to be. And I truly believe that however you want your character to be, you can train yourself, retrain yourself to be that character. Maybe it happens really quickly. Again, for me now, I think I could have done the whole lot within a couple of months. But that's me coming from this point, which is like, 8.5, nearly 9 years I've been doing this now. It's a long time, isn't it? Couldn't have done it a few years ago. Took me longer, but determination is key with this. I am determined to be this character. Okay, I'm feeling this character that I am now, but I'm determined to be this character and start to feel the character that you want to identify as. So, even picture yourself in the future being that way, whatever helps you. Again, with me, I really don't do much of that stuff because it just feels like hard work. So I work with intention, I work with self-talk. I make sure that my self-talk is on point. Occasionally it slips, but I'm easily able to bring myself back. Whereas back in the day, I got lost on one thing a couple of weeks ago. Started a couple of weeks ago. It's to do with Harry. And it was, it was so absolutely minor, but it got stuck in my head. It was going around on a loop. It needed sorting out. And I asked my subconscious and then I let it go around in my head. And I'm thinking, what am I doing? This is not even anything major. It's so ridiculous. I think it's as my friend at work said to me, it's the mothering thing, it's a protective, nurturing thing. Don't worry about it. And I thought, yeah, she's right. Do you know what? It's really funny because then I went, yeah, she's so right. And why am I doing this? I don't do it with anything else. I don't do it with much more major things than this. And I just let it go. And then I got a text from her about half an hour later, all sorted. I thought, I said to her, I'm so glad I came into the office today to talk to you. I was driving to work and because she is really into this as well. And I thought, I need to talk to Sarah. And I just knew that I would feel a lot better afterwards. And I did. And there you go. It got sorted in the moment. Again, I don't know why that got stuck in there because that's very rare that happens. And it's normally very minor things that get stuck there because I knew it would be sorted. I knew it wasn't a big deal, but it kind of got stuck in a loop and I couldn't stop it. And I guess it happened for about a week on and off. It was really bothering me and I was letting it bother me. I was doing all of the wrong things and sometimes that happens and that's the key. Sometimes you're not going to be perfect at this. You're not going to be great at it. You're going to have moments and you won't know why. I don't know why that was. It was going back to how I was years ago. See, because I've stopped all the overthinking and I don't do any of that anymore. And that's kind of happened naturally with getting into this and knowing that won't do me any good. Because I would say to myself, does this serve you? And I go, oh no, and I'd be able to stop. But I didn't do any of that with this stupid little thing. And I really don't know why, but it's all sorted now. So there you go. Maybe it was there to teach me a lesson. Just, you don't do that anymore. What are you doing that for? A little element of the old me came out. And I think what happened was I didn't like it. And I thought, I don't do this anymore. That I kind of let it bother me more than it should. And again, it was such a minor thing that it was ridiculous. But I am like that with Harry. I'm very protective of him. I mean, if I go onto his videos, which I do, I support him. And if he puts a new video up, I go and look at it. It doesn't do law of attraction anymore. He's into gaming and he's got over 20,000 subscribers. He's done really well in a fairly short space of time. And he's quite kind of well known in that industry. And mostly his stuff is really positive and people love his stuff. And it's brilliant, actually. It's excellent. He's a video editor, so he does it all really, really well. And he brings some really good points up. But sometimes people don't like him because he kind of is that kind of character, I guess. He doesn't care about that. But sometimes I'll read a comment and I'll think, And I just want to put a comment underneath, and I think, no, bear in mind, Evie, that some of these people are probably kids and they're probably not even 18 yet, you know, so you do not say anything. So I have to refrain from, sometimes I just think, don't read the comments on that one. I'll watch the video and think, that's an excellent video. I don't need to read the comments, but sometimes I do, naturally, because you just do, don't you? So it is that protective thing, and I do have this urge to protect him all the time, and I know it's ridiculous. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. I bumped into him in the supermarket. I haven't seen him for ages, and I was talking to him about it, and he was going, that's sort of no help to him, really. And he was so right. He said, you know, you gotta, because he said, like, I didn't get any help like that, and we really talked about it, and I took on what he was saying, and I completely knew that he was right, but still, I cannot help it. If I can make Harry's life easier in any way, then I do. So rightly or wrongly, I can't help it. It's just the way that I am. Anyway, that's completely off the point, isn't it? So, you know, that is part of my old character, but that is something I've never tried to work at, because I kind of want to help Harry where I can. I kind of want to help anyone where I can. Okay, right, I have gone off the point, sorry. So basically what I'm saying is, you have to start identifying with the person that you want to be, and stop identifying with this person now that you don't want to be. So the traits, so that's not you as a whole, that's just those traits. Stop identifying with them as being part of you, as being something you can't change, because you absolutely can. I would have said there was no way I could have changed my reactive nature, because it was ingrained and it just happened, you know, I was triggered. But the determination to change something will be what allows you to change it, because that is your firm intention, and you are always going to change something from that firm intention. Clarity of intention. Just don't keep changing your mind about what you want to be. Decide what you want to be and work with that. And then when you're there, you can then look at other things from that point on. Okay, right, I'm going to stop there. I really hope that this was a useful video. Thank you so much for continuing to support this channel. And if you don't know anything about me, I'm an author, manifesting coach, and a mindset coach.